Hey guys, it's Jen from beautyriotx, and today I thought I would come and show you guys my palettes that I've been using lately that are just like my go-tos. Every time I use them, it always just comes out exactly to my expectation or beyond. So let's look at the small ones first. I only have 3 of them. I have 2 from Mel Cosmetics, and if you don't know, the owner of Mel Cosmetics is actually like one of the really big first like beauty YouTubers, I guess you could say, and it's Michelle Phan. These are gorgeous. So we have the Divine Skies in Faded Clementine and the Divine Skies palette in Magic Hour. And I just ordered the new The Nation Rose one that just came out. So overall, honestly, my only downside to either of these is just that personally I don't really gravitate towards the metallics in here. But the mattes are so gorgeous and blendable and buildable, and I mean, I have no issues ever when I use these palettes. They're just so gorgeous, and especially like this one is just like my jam right now. Like today's like the first day in a really long time I've worn any kind of like really bright makeup. So these are usually my go-tos on like easy makeup days, which are more often than not. The next is from Viseart. This is the Petite Pro #2, I believe. It's got a row of metallics, a row of mattes. As per usual, I basically just go in with the mattes and then like a lighter of the metallics for like inner corner or something. I mean, if you've watched me for a while, it's no surprise. I'm a huge Viseart fan, and these are thankfully just as good as my 12 pan ones or even the huge pro ones. I don't find it to be a case of, oh, well, maybe it's a different formula because it's in a smaller pan size. You know, some companies do that. They didn't do that here, so I really appreciate that. Next is from Dominique Cosmetics, and this is the Transition palette. And I've spoken about this before. Most of my kind of neutral palettes that I try to go for are me trying to find a dupe for the Ola Chola palette from, what the hell's her name? She did a collab with ColourPop, and she put up this amazing all matte palette. It's like one of the 12 pan ones. I wish to God I would have got my hands on it, but it's now no longer made. So I always try to look for something that is kind of similar to that. And this is actually probably one of my closest ones that I found. It's all matte. I mean, you can go and use these for like different things like blushes or contour and stuff. I just use it as an eyeshadow palette, honestly. I mean, I have enough of everything else. I don't need to dip into a palette for all that. But this also, gorgeous. It's very like no-brainer. I love that the middle row is like mauve tones. And then we have like just the 2 warm ones. We have some basic kind of blending transition shades. Totally love, totally a fan. Highly recommend. This actually really surprised me because I don't think I've seen one good review for this. Now, mind you, I don't watch a million different YouTubers anymore. I watch about 15 or 20, if that. But a few of them are very adventurous, but I've heard most of them who have tried this thought this was crap. And I couldn't like disagree more. I think this is gorgeous. I love that there's only like 1 metallic in here and the rest are mattes. And I have no issues with mattes. All of these are just balls to the wall, gorgeous. And I mean, this is just an amazing color story. You have your yellowy, mustard, taupe, browns, all the way down to your green. I think this is beautiful. And if I didn't say it, I don't think I did. It's the 420 palette from Mel Cosmetics. The next one is one we got in an Ipsy bag. This is the Complex Culture Full-Time Eyeshadow Palette. These are spectacular. Like the mattes are, I mean, really gorgeous. Super, super pigmented. They're pretty fantastic. And the metallics, I kind of like because they're kind of more of like the topper kind of metallics. They kind of remind me of the really nice ones from my Scott Barnes palette. Definitely not as like mirror shine-ish, but they're definitely not like your run-of-the-mill satins or anything that kind of put you to sleep. These are really nice, really great quality, really great quality. Sometimes you can find it on Ipsy's like little discount shop that they do. I highly recommend. My next are 2 from LC Cosmetics. These are the Minimalist palettes. I have the Basic Minimalist, and then I have the Mauve series. And all matte. It's perfect because they have light, mid, transition, and then deep shades. The pan sizes are huge. Again, these are kind of pricey-ish, but oh man, these are buttery to an amazing degree. Really, really smooth. Unfortunately, I'm gonna say a lot of those kind of words during this video, but I mean, how else do you describe shadows? I don't know. Awesome. So awesome, gorgeous, love. Next is the Venus 3 from Lime Crime. I'm not surprised that I like this. I didn't expect it to be as pigmented as it was. Even though I've really never had any issues with Lime Crime shadows. I don't know why. I didn't think I would like this as much as I do. It's the same with the Minimalist. They're so creamy and pigmented. Even like the light shades, they don't just blend into nothing. Super gorgeous. And this is also one of the ones you would probably find Marshall's, TJ Maxx for 12 bucks or BoxyCharm's pop-up. The next is from Artist Couture. And I just ordered their newest palette like this as well. This is the Supreme Nudes palette, and it speaks for itself. The quality of these shadows remind me very much of Bobbi Brown shadows, which if you tried Bobbi Brown shadows, they're spectacular. I used to have a few palettes. They got really old though, and now, I mean, I have them, I just don't use them anymore. But I used to love buying the singles. She just has some amazing matte singles. Camel is my favorite shade. I don't know if it's still around anymore, but it's like a magical mustard shade. Anyway, these are just very, very similar in texture and pigmentation and formulation. Like, it's just something is very similar to me. Really, really great pigmentation. And they build really nice. I hope the newer one is as good as this one because I'm very excited for it. The next is from Midas Cosmetics, and I'm pretty sure this is their like newest collab palette. This is the Perception palette, and it was in collab with theBasicB. I don't actually know who that person is, but this palette is fantastic. And these are the kind of metallics that I definitely want to use as toppers because, oh my god, they're just so gorgeous. This one right here called Psych. In real life, it shifts to pink, green, and a little bit of orange. But I mean, all of them are, I mean, they're really just spectacular. And I love that they threw like neons, neutrals, basics, deeps, just an array of different tones and shades in here. I find this really fun to work with. I haven't really touched any of these two greenish blues yet, but I'm sure I will at one point. And the last is from Made by Mitchell, and he is a really incredible makeup artist from the UK. This is the Feet on the Ground Pressed Pigment Palette. I wanted to get Head in the Clouds, but there's just, I just don't feel like I'd get as much use out of it. But I mean, I love green shadows, but I'm tired of bright, like, Kelly green shadows like this. Like, I love that this is a very camouflage-ish, khaki kind of palette. It just makes the shades a little bit more wearable. Beautiful pigmentation again. I have his collab that he did with Beauty Bay, which I also like totally love. But this one just really intrigued me and I really wanted to try it. Two of the metallics and then some mattes right here, but oh, this one, Play Baby, oh my god, is, I mean, I have to stop myself from just using that one. Yeah, really, really great pigmentation. I hope he comes out with more shadows because maybe not in palettes this big, maybe something half this size. I would definitely want to try more of, but still, I mean, amazing quality, highly recommend. You can get his stuff on Beauty Bay now. I would always want to go on his site and like order from him directly because like he would have like all these great sales because I wanted like the entire collection, everything. At one point he had like $100 off and it was like $2 something for everything that he had come out with. His brushes, his blushes, which I do have a bunch of those, both of his palettes, like everything. But the shipping, holy shit, is like between $20 and $50, which, I don't know. I just feel like in this day and age, I don't think I've come across a company who didn't include some kind of like, oh, spend over a certain amount and get free shipping. So obviously that's a hit on the company as well, but I don't care. I'm the client. Give me free shipping for something. Okay, so that was it. Let me know if you guys have used any of these that I've talked about. Did you like, did you not? And let me know down in the comments what has been your, like, one or a few of your go-to palettes lately. Yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.